Hey, Butcher.
Oi, Huey, look at what the postman done sent in. Christmas must have came early for us.
Well, that's cool, I guess.
He must have noticed that the boys have been very, very good this year, so he sent us a little treat.
Okay, so what's in the box?
Well, well, well. Look what we have here.
Is that a toy? Is there a toy in that box?
Me very own little doll. Fucking diabolical.
What the fuck? Okay, cool. So the first thing we're going to be taking a look at is this beautiful packaging for William Butcher. And it looks really cool. I really do like the kind of background for it. It looks like it's supposed to be the basement to just some underground place that they're hiding out in, or just a alleyway. I think just looks awesome. But you get a nice little the front window view with the boys right there on the front cover. You got the figure right here, the William Butcher logo right there, the Medicom logo, and the Mafex logo. I've heard people actually call it Mafex. I for some reason I don't like that. It just sounds weird and it makes me uncomfortable, so it's Mafex for me. But on the side, you have another image of the boys and William Butcher right there. That is the figure, not of the show, obviously. You got another picture right there, and the boys at the top, and the Lego info all at the bottom. Then you also have a back image, which pretty much shows all the accessories and pretty much everything that he comes with and what you can do with the stuff as well. So that's pretty cool. Really do like that. That's basically all of the packaging. I really do like that it also comes with this. This is like a certificate of authenticity, which I think is really, really cool that they come with it. I don't know how it works, but if you want to make sure your product is authentic and it's not a knockoff, this is pretty cool. I really do like that they came with this. Hopefully that stops, you getting gypped and stuff. And getting some kind of knockoff with like really bad joints and stuff. Sometimes knockoffs can be pretty good, but most of the time they just look odd. But we have the box right there. Let's bring out William Butcher. So here he is in his full glory. I absolutely love the way this guy looks. We're getting to the accessories first as I drop everything. First of all, I kind of want to just start off with the basic display stand. I believe this is the exact same display stand that comes with the Terminator figure. Very clear base. It's got 3 different holes there that you can put in the stands in 3 different directions, so that's pretty cool. You also get the display arms. You have this one, which is a very long one that are on 3 points of hinge joints. You got a hinge joint right here, hinge joint here, and hinge joint here. And it's basically a waist clamp, which is pretty cool. But you can also detach the waist clamp and attach, I believe, this is the crotch grabber. So it's basically kind of like the Terrifier figure that I have. It just kind of cradles the crotch, and yeah, just another way to display it. There's also this piece that it comes with, but honestly, I'm really not sure what this piece is. I think it may be an extra piece, but do let me know if you know what this piece is, because I honestly don't. But if you don't really care for this kind of display, I kind of actually prefer this. This is what I've been using for my Terminator figure. This part does come kind of disassembled, but you pretty much just attach these clamps onto this little piece right here, slide this onto the pole, and it pretty much works pretty well. And if you don't want it to move that much, it works. I really do like the way that looks, but I think it would look cool if you messed around with the stuff as well. He does come with a bunch of other accessories. He has a full array of hands. He's got some closed fists that he has on the body pre-installed. He has these hands, which I call these the baby grabbing hands, because there is a part on this hand, you can see that is specifically for holding his other accessory, the baby, which we'll be taking a look at closer in just a minute. But there's those hands. He also comes with these hands, which I believe these are the gun hands. This is specifically for the rifle that he comes with. He's got the trigger finger and a nice little hand to kind of grab onto it, so I think that's kind of cool. He also does have these two hands, which are just open palm hands, which is pretty nice. Really do like how they made it. It's pretty standard. I'm saying pretty a lot. So yeah, these ones are his kind of grabby hands. You know, these are the stuff that he uses to grab stuff with, and you can use one of them to grab his other accessories. So that's pretty cool. The baby is by far the weirdest accessory I've seen on a figure, but it works. I mean, it's pretty interesting. I really do like the sculpting, and it just looks weird. There's no articulation on this figure, but it's interesting. It's an interesting figure. He also does have the hole at the bottom, so you can kind of have the hand resting at the baby's bottom, but it's pretty cool. Really do like how the eyes are painted, but it's just a very odd accessory that it comes with. He also does come with two head sculpts, which we'll be taking a look at closer on the actual figure. He does have the cattle prod, which he uses to kind of shock translucent in the very first season, which is pretty cool that they do come with this. Even though it's a very small thing from the show, it's still pretty cool. He does come with the crowbar as well, which the crowbar is really cool. I'm super glad that they introduced this. I feel like there's no way you could skip out on the crowbar. William Butcher has always had his crowbar. Ever since the comics, it's been like his primary weapon, and I'm glad they kind of added that into the show. It looks really cool on him when he uses it, so I think that's awesome. Then he comes with this big ass rifle, which is really cool looking. I like the sculpt work on there, and it's basic black. I mean, there's not really any dry brushing, but there is a little bit of paint at the scope, which I really do like. But simple but effective. I really do like the way that looks. So with all of his accessories out of the way, let's take a look at William Butcher himself. So here we have William Butcher, and this is a beautiful looking figure. I really do like how they did this figure. It looks really cool, and he looks pretty much like he does in the movie. This head sculpt is by far one of the best head sculpts I've seen on a figure. It looks exactly like Carl Urban from the show. I think they did a fantastic job with that, and the likeness is it's there. It's 100% there. They did a fantastic job with that. He's got the scar at the top of his head. The beard looks nicely painted. The eyes are very nicely painted. And it just looks so nice. I really do like the way they did all this all the way around. His ear, it's kind of hard to tell if that's actually, it like looks sloppy just a tiny bit, but I think that's actually how it's supposed to be. I think the paint is a little bit of a paint mishap. Let's grab the cattle prod right here at the top. I think that's supposed to be black, but it's not, and there's a tiny bit right here as well, but that's an easy fix for me. There's nothing to worry about there. But overall, this is a beautiful looking head sculpt, and this is the one I'll actually have him displayed with. But he also, again, comes with another head sculpt, which is, they're very easy to swap out. They're just on ball joints. You pretty much plug that in, and now he's got his crazy face. William Butcher is known for his very crazy expressions, and this one is really dope. Now, there's a part of me that really does want to paint some blood on this face, because I just feel like that would fit. Or maybe adding the orange eyes for his eye beams from season 3. But I feel like I can just kind of do that in editing. I don't really want to mess up the sculpt that much, but I don't know, maybe some specks of blood would be kind of cool. But he looks menacing, and the eyes are just so crazy looking. And I absolutely love the way that looks. It's very nice, and I do like the skin texture that's kind of there as well. I think that's a nice little touch, and the teeth are very nicely painted. Same with the beard, and just the eyes are all nice. It's all just super nice. So coming down to the actual body, he does have a necklace, which don't remember if that had any significance to the show. I think he just wears it, so it's not like a token from Becca. Actually, wait, is it? Wait, what was the thing that he gave Ryan at the end of season 2? I'm like kind of blanking right now. I'm rewatching season 2, but we have like 2 episodes left and we're done with it. I think this is the necklace that he that he gave Ryan at the end of that season. I could be very wrong, and it's just a normal necklace, but if that is it, I think that's really cool. He does have a dark, or just a black shirt underneath, which honestly, it's kind of disappointing. I think he does wear a black shirt on season 1, where basically this kind of scene, this whole look for Butcher, since he comes with a cattle prod, is what it's based on. But I feel like that had some printing on it, and I would actually really like it if he had just a crazy Hawaiian shirt. So I think that would have been nice. So, because I really do like his Hawaiian shirts. He does have some black pants and also some very nicely sculpted boots, which are pretty cool. I think the main thing that a lot of people might not be too keen on is the coat. So the coat actually looks pretty dope. I feel like that it needs to be fitted in a little bit better. I think this whole front part's nice, but I think the shoulders need to be better because I feel like they come out at a point instead of, you know, coming around like that. I don't know. Take a look at the image with the figure side by side, and you can kind of, talk about it in the comments of if this jacket is good enough, or maybe it could be, there could be a better one out there. But honestly, I feel like this one is good for the time being. I would kind of like a little bit more of an accurate one, because this one has like a green color to it. But in the show, it's more of a gray, really. There are some shots that actually make it look like it is kind of a greenish color, I guess. But I don't know. I kind of see it more of a kind of dark gray, I guess. But even the coat that I bought is a gray. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. But it does have the patches, which I really do like. It's got the patch right here on the shoulder and at the elbows too. And it's got this kind of strap right here, which doesn't do anything, but it is really cool to see that little detail. I would like to take a nice little just a very thin black piece of duct tape and just kind of put it right here to kind of emulate that patch he has on the back of his jacket. But it looks pretty cool. He does have kind of an alternate mode, but you can take this jacket off. It's easier to take both hands off, which are pretty easy, and you just kind of slide the jacket off like so. And it's very, very simple, but it's effective. I really do like that. And I'm glad that it has the option of, you know, a jacketless look to him. So I think that's pretty cool. So here he is with the jacket off. I'm going to try to make him look a little bit more presentable. But yeah, there he is with the jacket off, which looks really good. I actually really do like it. I have seen some people complain about, you know, kind of the joint here. This whole like gap that you see right there kind of reminds me of the same way the Figma Doomslayer, you know, a lot of people complained about that. Honestly, I don't really care. It still looks really nice, especially when you have it in poses like this. There has a lot of articulation to it, which we'll be getting into it in a little bit. But with the jacket on, it kind of restricts that articulation, obviously. But if the jacket is off, you can get them into a little bit more range of posability. And it just looks nice. I really do want to customize the jacket. I want to customize the head to have a little bit of blood splatter. And I want to customize this whole shirt piece to make it look like a Hawaiian shirt. So I think that's it just looks awesome. I really do like it. Even the lack of paint, you know, it's just like a straight black. No like detailing of dirt or anything. I don't mind it. I really do like the way it looks. And it just looks awesome. So I want to go over articulation, and then I want to show you guys the actual accessories on him. So articulation without the jacket is pretty standard. He can look up about that far. He can look down that far. He does have another joint at the neck. I think it has another joint at the neck. It looks like it does because it kind of cuts off here, but it's kind of tight on my copy, or maybe I'm just crazy and that doesn't move at all, but whatever. He does have a full rotation at the arm. He does have a up and down movement at the shoulder, plus a butterfly joint just a little bit. He has a swivel at the bicep, double bend at the elbow, a swivel at the wrist, a hinge joint at the wrist. He has a swivel at the waist, a waist crunch, which pretty much crunches that far and goes back that far. Some actual waist movement, which is pretty cool, which can also go back and forth, so you can get more of some more dynamic posing with that. His feet go about that far when you spread it, so it's not that far, but you can also kind of hinge the leg to go up and down, so you can kind of get that spread just a little bit more, I guess, but I don't know. I think it's just more for posing, I guess. I don't know, but his leg can go back that far, which is not that far. The butt kind of gets in the way, but it can go forward about that far. And I feel like if you do kind of have the leg kind of pushed down, it can go out a little bit further than it would without that. He does have a bend at the knee, which is pretty cool. He has a swivel at the foot. He has an up and down as well, and a kind of tight, oh, that one's not tight. He's got a toe bend as well, which is pretty cool. Really do like that. This one is the one where it's kind of tight. I would be careful with posing the figure just a little bit. When I first got him out of the box, I kind of had to just, like, you know, take my time with posing him, especially at these elbow joints here, because these joints were really tight, and this arm right here is still very tight. So I would just kind of take my time, you know, just slowly loosen it up or heat it up. That would probably be the best idea to do, you know, just to get that plastic to kind of loosen up a little bit, so it can pose pretty well. We're going to put the jacket back on, and I want to kind of show you guys, I guess I'll show you guys the limits of the jacket being on, but you could still probably get some pretty nice poses with the jacket on. But the putting on the jacket is very simple. It's just pretty much like putting on an actual jacket. You know, there's not much science to that. Let's put the little fist back on, and then put it back onto here, and then you just kind of got to straighten it out just a little bit. So posability is pretty much the same. The arms move out about that far. He does have the bend still, which is pretty nice. I really do like how far that goes. The whole rotation kind of goes about that far, which is pretty nice. And for going forward, it's about that far. And that's kind of pushing it just a little bit, but it's not bad. I really do like that. And of course, you do have the same swivel at the elbows and all that stuff. So just wanted to show you guys just a little bit of the restrictions with the coat on, and I'm pretty sure you guys could have guessed that already, but hey, I just wanted to show you guys. But this figure is so cool. I really do like this figure, and the actual coat all the way down to here. I think it's like from here and it goes all the way down to the end on both sides. It's bendy, so it can hold some kind of poses like that, which honestly I kind of forgot. I forgot to even, I didn't even notice that until a little bit, but it's really cool. I kind of wish there was some bendy wire down here so it could kind of like raise up and stuff. I think that would have been kind of cool, but having it here is still really nice. I really do like that. He does have these kind of interesting looking pockets. I don't think they are pockets. I think they're just straps, but they can go all the way around, so you can probably have the hands displayed with them, kind of like he's having his hands in his pocket or something. I don't know. But other than that, that's basically the entire figure. I feel like this is the hardest pose to get him in, getting to hold this baby, because the arms kind of kept falling off and it was just kind of hard to like get him to the proper pose. But this is as good as you're gonna get. It looks actually phenomenal. It looks really cool. I'm actually tempted to have him displayed like this, at least for a little bit, because it looks like it's so ridiculous. I think with the boys figures, you know, with some of these figures, you kind of want them in kind of serious poses and stuff, you know, like the Star Wars or maybe, you know, the Dune figures. But I feel like if you had like a good collection of the boys figures, you can get them into so many wacky and ridiculous things because it just kind of fits that style. And I feel like this is one of those wacky things, but it looks really cool with them. And it's just like a nice, I don't know, he just looks so like creepy, you know, just holding this baby. It's so cool. I really do like this this option for a display. Him with the rifle as well is really cool. This big giant just gun that he has is really neat, and I really do like that he does come with it. I don't know if I'll have him displayed like this because it's really cool. I just don't know I just need to figure out a better pose for him with the rifle, because it's kind of hard to get him into the right pose. Getting him into like these proper poses does take a little bit of finessing, but hey, you'll definitely be able to get it, and I think you'll just have a lot of fun, especially when it all comes together. And I think this is a really cool accessory to have with him. I think it was a necessary one. I think for another gun I would like to have him, I wish he had, was maybe a pistol, but I might be sharing with the Terminator figure that I have, because his guns will probably fit pretty well with Billy here. But it looks really cool. I love the arm to grab the actual neck of the gun, if that's like the proper term for it, because the actual hands is like kind of a very soft rubber, so you can kind of like spread the fingers apart and just kind of latch it underneath right here. So I think that's really cool. But yeah, another great accessory to have with them. The cattle prod is a really cool accessory that you can kind of have them with. Not much you can really do with it. I mean, there's probably plenty you can think of, but I don't know, I kind of just wish there was a translucent figure that you can get. And I know that sounds silly since he's kind of all invisible, but I mean, he has a super suit, so it would work, I guess. Also with this, just make sure that you be careful, because this little kind of strap here is kind of loose, and also the strap actually wasn't even in the show, I don't believe. From the images I saw, this strap wasn't here, so not a big deal. Just thought it would be a cool thing to mention, I guess. And of course, the main accessory that I think a lot of people, probably myself as well, might have them displayed with is the crowbar, and it looks so cool on him. So overall, I think that this figure is so cool. This is such a fun figure to have. So let's do a small size comparison, and then let's get on to the actual rating of this figure. So here's both probably the coolest figures that I have in my collection as of right now. The Terminator by Mafex and Billy Butcher by the same company. Both of them were really cool. Terminator is a little bit taller, which I actually do prefer. And it just looks they look so neat together. They actually look like they belong in the same kind of, spot. And here's Billy next to a Black Series Darth Maul figure, which honestly, it kind of scales pretty decently. I actually don't remember how tall Darth Maul is, but I think he was a little bit on the shorter side. I could be wrong, not too sure, but hey, it still looks cool, and I'm glad that he kind of scales well, pretty nicely with the Marvel Legends and DC, or not DC, the Star Wars and Marvel Legends figures. Here he is next to Superman, which you can definitely tell these two aren't supposed to be in the same scale together, but hey, it's there if you want it, I guess. Here he is next to the NECA Frankenstein, which we haven't had in a size comparison in a while, so you can definitely tell that the NECA they're big figures. Here is the Marvel Legends custom Punisher figure, and they scale beautifully together. Now I feel like that the Marvel Legends are a little bit more, I guess, chunkier, but I feel like that this is a pretty good scaling. I really do like the way these two look together. So, what do I think about this figure? It's amazing. It's an amazing figure. I really love this figure. It is so cool looking. I don't think he's on top of beating the Terminator Mafex figure, but I still think that they are just like they're almost neck and neck, and it's so cool. I absolutely love this figure. I highly recommend getting this figure. Especially now, since the Season 4 just concluded, and we're patiently waiting for Season 5 to come in the next 2 years, and it's going to be so cool. I do wish that he did come with a little bit more accessories, maybe. There's just a lot that you could probably add with this figure. There's just a lot. But it's still really cool that you do get some pretty important accessories, especially to Billy, at least for Season 1. And all of them work very well together. And I love the head sculpts. The head sculpts are beautiful. The posability is so good. The jacket could be like a 50-50 thing, but honestly, I think it works very nice. And I love that bendy wire, and it really gives it a little bit more flavor when you're posing it. And the hand sculpts are really cool, and that baby is just like, wow, that's just a very interesting thing to add with a figure. But it's still a really cool figure, really awesome. I definitely want to get the rest of the boys figures. I have Homelander coming in. I really want to get my hands on Black Noir and Starlight as well. And there's also coming out with a bunch of other figures. Deep and Soldier Boy are both up for pre-order right now, and I want my hands on both of them. I'm definitely getting Deep, and I'm definitely 100% getting Soldier Boy since he's one of my favorites in the show. Deep, I need to get an octopus. I need to get like to scale octopus with him, because I just feel like that's like the only thing you can do with the Deep figure. And also you have A-Train and Maeve, who who I just saw not too long ago, fully colored, because the last images that I saw of them were kind of like their prototype era, and this is like them fully colored and stuff, and they look so good. I want that A-Train so badly, but it's so cool. This line is so neat, and I cannot wait to see everybody else, especially Homelander. I am very excited to get my hands on him because Homelander's so cool. And I'm just excited for everybody. I think my top figure that I would want so badly is Soldier Boy, because he's my favorite. But yeah, I think in terms of the painting of this figure, it's beautiful. I would like to do kind of my own thing, just a little bit, you know, adding some blood stains on the crazy head and doing the Hawaiian shirt if I want. But other than that, I think the painting is beautiful. The sculpt work is beautiful. The accuracy is honestly pretty good. I really do like how accurate he is. There's a couple things that I would add, like the duct tape patch and all that, but other than that, it's beautiful looking, and the quality of it is so nice, and it feels very high end. But overall, I think this is a perfect figure. It's amazing. It's such a good figure. I would highly recommend getting this figure. Mafex, so far, I've only gotten 2 of your figures. I've gotten your Terminator, and I've gotten your Billy. I think you guys are you're doing a great job, Medicom. So congratulations on that. So this figure is getting a 5 out of 5. Who would have guessed it? There's no way he could be any lower than that. But yeah, I'm very excited to be taking a look at more, because Homelander is coming at the end of July, which currently filming this, I'm still in July. But as you're seeing this, it will be my Homelander would be in. So I'm just very excited for that. And I also have another boys figure that's not Mafex, it's NECA. So we'll take a look at her and see if she's any good. But yeah, it's such a good figure. I'm very happy with what I bought. So yeah, this was like an $80 figure, and I think it was worth it. I think this is a worth it figure. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Let's get right on to the outro.
Oi lads, I'm just giving you one chance to back away now, because I don't think you know who you're fucking messing with.
Butcher, I got new leads, and
think you can take on Billy the Butcher? Well, I don't think that's gonna be.
What are you doing right now?
Huey, you know not to interrupt me when I'm doing my shit.
Butcher, are you playing with toys right now?
Oh, fucking come off it, Huey. Listen, I'm allowed to have a little bit of fun in my life, alright? Homelander done killed me wife and nicked me wee little lad right from under me, so I can have a little bit of a stress reliever.
Did you use the money for the new equipment to buy new action figures?
Huey, we can always get the money back. You ever thought of that?
I think I need to talk to MM.
Oh yeah.
I think that's what I'm gonna
to a bloody pub on the side of the road.